After going through 632 submissions, the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards Board on Saturday released a list of nominees for the 21st edition of the scheme. Of course, there are new faces who deserved a nomination and who didn't. Which group is the toughest? We are seated to discuss this, and of course we will touch on J.W. Angule's allegation against Obo, Ochame Kwame, Ben Brako, and some members of the Musicians Union of Ghana. Welcome to Bloggers Forum. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa. Welcome back from that break. You are watching Ghana Web TV. Today on the show, I have a bachelor and a married man. David Mowley writes for pulse.com.gh. David got married not long ago. So.
God.
Jibril writes for GH Kasa. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Ghana for Kasa.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Mowley, how is marriage? How has it been?
It's not bad.
How different is it from bachelorhood?
I missed the VGMA nomination announcement for the first time. Yes, because Madam will not allow me to go out. You get it. That's why I need to marry. You come to understand all these things.
Jibril was laughing because I was at the nominees party with him, and we had a very nice time.
Yes.
So you were absent.
We had a nice time, but not better than the kind of nice time I had at home. There's no way you can compare that.
I think we will discuss your case on Moons and Cuddles.
Yes, you better do it.
So Jibril, you were at the event with me.
Yes.
Your general overview of the nominees announcement party.
Yes. It went on successfully, even though time was not a factor for them. They delayed us, as in the time they gave us an invitation to come on. At the end of the day, the 5 remaining categories that were left were announced, and then I think some few performances were also done perfectly with live band. I saw a couple of faces, old faces. Abi, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and at long run, the whole agenda was to give out the rest of the categories, which happened eventually, and so it was a success.
The unsung category, the album of the year, the artist of the year, new artist of the year,
international collaboration,
yes,
international
announced at the nominees party.
Yeah.
And of course we had performances from Dada Hafko,
Familia,
MOG, the Patch Bay Band.
Yeah.
That was a serious performance from them. My memorable moment was when they performed the Sarkodie Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't know the lady who sang the Efia bit, but I think she has a very nice
voice.
Yeah. Right. So let's zoom straight into the discussion. The list is out.
Yeah.
Shatawale and Stonebwoy are not in the list. Of course, we are aware of the ban. The board said, when we went for the press conference, we were told that the newly constituted board will discuss whether or not to include them. And the list came without Shatawale and Stonebwoy making it. The board has balls, don't they?
Yeah, of course they have balls. For the exclusion from the award scheme, I think I even called for it when the issue happened last year. I was one of the few people who actually stepped up to tell the board that no, this time we need to prove to the two that they are bosses and they are bosses. If you claim you are boss in your own kingdom, there are also other bosses that are ahead of you or bigger than you. Exactly. There's this saying that you cannot go to someone's house and go and harass the person. You might come out dying and all that. I think the board did the right thing, and it should be done for only 1 month. 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, the ban should be just 1 year, then they should let it go. Because they cannot keep on, stressing these guys, because there's no way you can take Shatawale and Stonebwoy out of the award scheme forever. These are the people who make the award scheme what it is today. They've brought some kind of vibe, they've brought some kind of fire into the whole award scheme. So I think that they should only punish them for this year, and next year they should make a way. And I would also say, whether they like it or not, this year is going to be successful. Yes, that's it.
The last time we had a conversation, Jibril, you were thinking that, or you thought the exclusion would take something away from the scheme. You still stand by that?
I still stand by that. I believe that in terms of numbers, that is per the voting, I am very, very sure Charterhouse or VGMA would lose some numbers in terms of the voting. This clearly shows that last year, you remember when Stonebwoy had a nomination, he was able to buy 50,000 worth of credit to give to his fans to vote for him for a particular category.
Are you sure?
Whether it was done, it was.
Are you sure?
Whether it was done.
I guess you so. 72 hours is coming.
If whether it was done, it wasn't done. At the end of the day, it was that particular category that he won that brought the whole issue. So it clearly shows that he worked towards getting that particular win for that category. So what I'm trying to say is that with where these two artists come from, that is the reggae dance of fraternity, I see a loss in terms of numbers.
If you say a loss, what kind of loss are you talking about?
These are the people who have numbers.
Yes.
There are people who would come in hard to vote for them if they were on the category, right? But they are not there. So
I don't think you are really making some serious like, sorry to say sense, because
look at it too.
Because you cannot say it's a loss because Stonebwoy bought a ticket credit worth 50,000 for fans to vote for him. You don't get to vote for Grammys, but Grammys is what it is. It doesn't matter whether you vote. Do you vote for BET? Even BET that Africans participate, do you vote for it? You don't vote for it. You don't vote for that Jamaican what international awards. You don't vote for it. You get it. You don't vote for that award in the UK. What's the name? The one that's mobile award. You don't get to vote for it. You get it. But still, the award scheme is what it is. If you talk of monetary loss, fine. Business-wise, it might affect them, but they get sponsorships too as well. Vodafone is giving them like millions of money. You get it. So I don't think that it will somehow. The only loss that I would consider is the hype that it would have attracted if the two were included in the awards,
which I will now also come in.
That will be a little fraction. It wouldn't be like a big
something. Wouldn't be that profound.
Yeah, exactly, because the new ones that were added are now creating hype. I'm telling you, Raskuku fans are seriously jubilating over this, but to come to say that it will affect it, I'm not sure it will affect it. This award scheme, I'm telling you, this year it will go on.
But
so what did I say? It will go on.
No, but you should know that. Look, this, as he said, it's a business venture for Charterhouse itself, and he rightly said that monetary-wise, they are going to lose it. They are going to lose a bit of it. That is the same factor I'm coming in from. Okay. They are definitely going to lose something.
In terms of the votes.
In terms of the votes,
okay.
They will lose it.
Right.
And then in terms of the numbers and everything, they would lose it. What I'm trying to say is that, see, the Charterhouse, VGMA,
we are not supposed to interfere, right?
Hold on.
On this show.
VGMA has
hold on. Let him make it.
VGMA has moved above.
If you want to talk of
VGMA is an experience of itself. It's an experience of itself.
If you want to talk of vote, then you should go to North, because that's where the real money is. You should nominate Fancy Gadam and Matasio.
Even when they don't deserve it.
So good boys.
That's what you're saying.
If you are talking of money, they are going to lose money. Then fine. Then they should be focusing on people who vote, and that will come from the North. Okay. If you want to vote, if you want to talk about vote, that will come from the North.
Okay. Let's put a hold on that. Yeah. Let's move on to the new faces that have joined. You made mention of the fact that the exclusion of Shatta Wale has also given Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy has given way to new people to be on some of the categories. And then we take, for instance, the reggae dancehall artist of the year,
Yeah.
which according to the category definition, the reggae dancehall artist of the year is the artist adjudged by the academy board and the general public as the artist with the highest audience appeal and popularity in the dancehall reggae genre. The artist must have released a hit single or album in the year under review.
Yeah.
Now we have J. Derobi, Episode,
Yeah.
Jupiter, AK Songstress, Raskuku, and Samini.
Yeah.
You think the group is strong enough, even with it's tough enough, even without these artists?
Yes, of course. It's tough. Samini is not a small artist. Likewise, Raskuku, or let's take Episode and Jupiter and AK Songstress out. But I can tell you, Raskuku has some strong fan base. Do not doubt this guy. He has a very strong fan base, and you don't need to joke with it.
Why would you take Episode and Jupiter out?
Because, well, if you look at Episode and look at Jupiter, they don't have that very strong fan base. You don't even know their fan base, the name for their fan army. They don't even have set names. Like Jupiter, it doesn't even have a name for his fan army. It's not, his fans are not really organized. They are like one B. You get it? I'm with them. Me say I like Jupiter.
Okay.
And I like Episode 2. But they don't have a very strong fan army. But when it comes to Raskuku, they're poor people. They are there. There are thousands of them here in Accra. There are thousands of them in his place, where Domain or something, Pillar 2 or something. So I think it's a competitive category. For me, I think it's still strong without Shatawale and Stonebwoy.
Jibril, do you think someone doesn't deserve a nomination in there?
With the exception of Samini, I believe this dancehall act category is weak. I would want to steal Asamoah Bedu's words. It's weak. Look at Jupiter for the year 2019 year under review. What has he done? With exception of that is only Samini. Raskuku, I haven't heard of him the whole of 2019.
Raskuku released an album. He did the War remix with Kofi Kinata.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
that was huge.
Look, we are looking at the definition of the category.
Yes.
What popular.
Yes, popularity.
So, that popularity, that War remix. How popular did it become?
Oh, how?
Why
are you talking like this? You see,
the War remix was a hit.
The main one was a hit.
Jibril,
the remix wasn't that much of the main song.
Jibril, don't talk like that.
No, that we are all studying the stuff.
Jibril, you've been following these people.
No, you would know.
Mauli, hold it.
Let me
talk like someone who lives
let me learn.
Mauli, hold it. We
are all here.
You are heckling him.
I'm not heckling. I am telling the truth.
No, it's not about. Look, see, the truth is that we all follow it. So the fact that I've been able to state that the War song itself was big, and you can't compare the remix with Kofi Kinata to that song, because that song itself, which was released a year earlier, was bigger than the remix, and that remix didn't function that much. How long did that particular song trend in 2019 under the year of under review? J. Derobi's own, what's the name? Poverty. Yes, that was a big song. You understand? But how long did it last? We are talking of
Poverty.
Poverty. You can
really?
It was released earlier January 2019.
Yes.
By April, that song was not there.
But Jibril, how are you talking like this?
We are talking under the year of look. See,
you see,
when you take "Aman for Girls" by Kwamina MP, that song ran through the
song needing to run through the year from because they are.
So what does the definition say with popular?
There are people, there are artists who release songs in the last quarter, and they're able to win awards.
Yes. So what does
this is not a song category.
It last for 3 days. Popular for 3 days.
This is not a song category.
You need to clarify
an artist.
Yes.
I don't want me to be your moderator. I will moderate for you. I think you need to clarify the category that we are talking about.
I have read the category definition.
We are talking about category, not the song. We are not talking about single songs.
Yes.
We are talking about the overall work of the artist.
Let's go back to your question. Who I want to out, I think doesn't deserve that category is Raskuku. I think he doesn't deserve that category.
That's in your own decision.
Yes, I think Raskuku doesn't deserve.
That's in your small sense.
No. Okay. Episode.
Let him retract that before we move.
No, I'm saying that.
No.
Oh, but it's
in your small. That's below the
it's
belt.
a fact.
If
you want me to
allow him,
if you want me to
allow
him the fact, then I will withdraw it.
No, Abrandiva, let him keep the fact. But that fact is that I am here with him, and we are talking about it. He's trying to,
Okay, right. So on that note, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back and then continue with the conversation on the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Welcome back. You're still watching Bloggers Forum on Ghana Web TV, and it's getting heated. Of course, when the list of nominees for the VGMAs is released, you expect nothing but expression of divergent views. So we'll continue with the conversation, but let's settle on categories that any of you find intriguing. And I'll start with Jibril.
Yeah.
Which category do you have an issue with, or do you think is the toughest?
Well, I believe the Rapper of the Year category is the toughest. With the likes of the two artists who battled and released this songs. This song, they dissed each other from A to Z, got the bars with Sarkodie in the same category. Eno Baroni, who is EL, who is also having bars. This is going to be the tough one.
There's Kwesiata and
Kwesiata as well, and Tiflo, yes. So I feel that at this point, if any, in terms of medical and strongman, if any of them wins, it's going to be a judge that definitely we know who is the best rapper in Ghana. It's going to be tough because the names we just mentioned, these are not easy guys. In terms of talent, in terms of numbers too, they have the numbers as well. And so, a bedding, it will be hard. But I don't have a problem with any of the categories at all. I believe that the board made their decisions based on their knowledge and.
It's okay. Thank you for
your. Who would you say is the weakest in that category? There is EL Medical, Kwesiata, Eno Baroni, Tiflo, Sarkodie, and Strongman.
I would look at their activities. In terms of activities under the year of review, EL.
No, this is for a particular song. So EL is his performance on Efa Honbe, Medical on Drip, Kwesiata on Thoughts of Kinata 5, Eno Baroni on Voice of Truth, Voice of Truth, Tiflo on God's Own, Sarkodie Bleeding, Strongman Ups and Downs.
You see, that is why I'm saying it's going to be very tough because Efa Honbe was a hit. It's a bigger song. Bleeding by Sarkodie to tough one. Eno Baroni's own too was tough. Well, that is where I can identify because I didn't feel that vibe there. But with the rest, Kwesiata's living, what was it, the title impo? That particular song too. That brought the bars. That brought the bars. That brought the bars and even joined all the way down to what's the name? Medical and then Strongman Beefs.
No, that's a different one.
That's a different one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But I think Eno would be my little problem there because I didn't feel that bass within that song.
Okay, so the best rapper of the year is adjudged by the Academy Board and general public as the rap artist with the best word compositions, rhymes, and rap dexterity on a popular song released in the year under review. That's the category definition. Let me come to you, Mauli.
The definition on it one is even vague. Yeah. Well, you can't say rap dexterity. What makes it rap? What comes together for you to adjust? It's not clear. The definition is not clear to me. But I would say I know what's put there for fashion. Just because we've been calling for it for quite some time now. I think if they really want to do it, they want to make it more competitive, they should include more girls because there are so many women out there who are really doing well in the rap fraternity. That's what I would say. It's not my major one.
Yeah,
So now let me come. I have other issues too. I have issues with other categories, but I have. But I would like to take on one.
I mean,
but can I pass just some small comment about some 2 or 3 categories?
Finish on the one you would want to touch on first. Your main category.
The main one. Yes. No. Let me go on the minor ones and come to the major one. The minor one, first minor one, collaboration of the year. I didn't see Celestine Donko in the best collabo of the year because her song is the Agbebolo song, Bread of Life song.
Yeah.
It's the biggest gospel song last year. That was the biggest gospel song we had last year. I think they weren't fair to the lady. They have to work around it. And also the artist of the year. Why put Diana Hamilton in there and leave out Celestine Donko? Celestine Donko got the biggest song. Diana Hamilton, the Wakwan is not that. It's not bigger than Wasem. It's not bigger than Celestine Donko's song. Celestine Donko's song has been there, has been out there doing a lot. Even Wasiame Obapa Christie, that song is another big song, and she got other songs too as well. I think that the board need to look into the categories very well. They need to get data to back their nominations.
On what basis are you saying that? What shows that the board didn't have the data to back their
If you go Agbebolo on
because
YouTube,
I know they do
Agbebolo on YouTube alone has like million views. You can't compare. Diana Hamilton's song hasn't reached that. I'm not sure it has reached me, even if it has. But I'm telling you, we are in this country. You can agree with me on this.
That
they have not been fair to Celestine Donko.
Okay. Point well noted.
And now the major one that I think the VGMA board need to sit down and re-strategize things, including the definition. They need to redefine the category definitions because I don't know why I'm talking about the group of the year. I don't know. Is it that they go and sit to one corner and be like, hey, because a whole award scheme, like it's the topmost award scheme that we have in Ghana. You sit in one corner, and I think they even give the research job to this guy Danlati or something. How can you give research job for that big award scheme to just one person? It doesn't make sense. Because you cannot tell me that
you have the fact that he's the only person that does the research. I'm not privy to this.
Yes, so. I know, and I can tell you on authority that 3 Music has about 8 to 10 people.
10. They are 10
in their research. That's why always when 3 Music Award nomination come out and you check, you compare to VGMA, you will see the similarities because you always see that they are a bit they almost match. Despite the year in review, you get it.
Timing.
Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm trying to say. How do you nominate Kwampa and nominate Better Youth? You're
talking about the group of the year.
Yeah, group of the year.
Yes.
You nominated these 2 people, and you didn't nominate R2B's. R2B's released Site 15 album
under the year.
And in that Site 15, they had like 3 hit songs.
True, very true.
Yeah.
One of their biggest songs is Over. And they have a song called Yesterday. Yeah. That Yesterday is one of their biggest songs. Songs that top chart last year. What has R2B's done to VGMA? This is not the first time they've done it. They are treating R2B's like the same way they treated Guru. I don't know why they nominated Guru this year. I don't know what happened.
But Guru has had a nomination before.
Yes.
Just for the records.
Yeah. But
just that he hasn't won.
They are trying to treat the group the same way they did to Guru. I think the group hasn't, the board hasn't been fair to R2B's when it comes to the group of the year. And Kwampa doesn't have, I'm not sure Kwampa has an original song.
They released. There is one on the Christmas.
Oh, that Christmas Jama. We all sing Jama on Christmas. Bruh, what are you talking about?
No. But if
Listen.
Did they record a song? Did they release a song? They did.
Even if they release a song,
whether it is Jama,
can you compare?
it's Jama or
find the category definition of group of the year.
To
find it.
I wanted to tell you group of the year.
Read
the group of the year category.
The best group of the year is the artists are judged by the academy board and general public as a group.
That general public thing, they should take it out.
Hold it.
Take it out from your definition. We'll talk about that later.
No, I cannot.
We are not part of
I
them.
cannot take it out. No, this is
we are not part of
this is for the
voting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Please.
And even the voting still. Sometimes the public don't have a say in the voting.
David.
Continue. I'm listening.
Reading I want to
judge as see, you've even confused me. The best group of the year is the artists are judged by the academy board and general public as the group with the highest audience appeal and popularity. They must comprise of at least 2 or more members and must have released a hit single album during the year under review.
The Kwampa release album, the Kwampa release any single that is bigger than R2B's. R2B's over. Or yesterday. I'm asking you, bruh.
That's not a question for me to answer.
It's a question for you.
It's a question for the
because you called me here. So I have to deal with you personally. Say, which of Kwampa's songs are bigger than R2B's?
I am not part of the board.
Come on. So this is a common sense. I don't know.
No. You see.
And secondly,
hold it.
And secondly, I'm not sure they take
hold it. Yeah. I just be decorum. The certain words that you use, I think is an indictment.
So I cannot tell the truth anymore.
No, you can. Okay. But to say common sense,
I should lie.
I'm not saying you should lie. What I'm saying is you are using some words that
I cannot be factual.
Being factual is different
I'm
from.
telling you that what you are doing, there's no.
You can be factual and not. You can be factual.
You will not understand why you put.
You can be factual and not. Hold it.
I'm coming.
Hold it.
Meba.
You can be factual.
But
you don't need to. You don't need to use the.
But we both run it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm coming. This is your show.
What I'm saying is no. Listen. What I'm saying is
yes.
To say that this is common sense.
Yes.
You are implying that.
Yes.
The board refused to
use.
No, but for me,
common sense is not common.
No.
Bruh, if you want us to argue about it, then we'll go like 1 hour. So what do you want to tell me now?
What I'm saying is,
I know you will tell me that I should retract.
Big decorum.
Yes.
And retract.
I should retract.
Yes.
Okay. Since you say I should retract, I've retracted. Thank you. Now, not from you. I've retracted because you said I should. I'm not going to use that word
again. Retracted. That's the most important.
So, I don't think the VGMA board did due diligence.
That's a better word.
I think they need to sit back and do better research. Because there's no way you cannot say R2B's was oversight. R2B's nomination. Come on.
Now, Abraham,
that was very bad.
You remember?
Very, very bad.
When we were at the lunch, you remember we were talking. I was telling you something about the board. I think this is the time the Charterhouse has to do something about the board.
Do something in terms of what?
Man, you're fencing.
If you say do something, Amanziba
guy is so old.
But really, does it matter? He's on the board because of his experience in music.
Are you saying there are a lot of young guys? Are you saying there are a lot of young guys who also don't have the archives or know the insights?
Are you also Are you by any way suggesting that he?
I think there should be a.
I don't think we should blame the old men on the board.
There should be a restructure.
I don't think we can blame them entirely.
Look,
what they need to do is to get a proper research team to bring them proper
content.
You get it for them to judge. Because they sit there as judges to tell you that, okay, this song sounds like high life, let's put it here. This song sounds like hip life, let's put it here.
And I think you can't put don't be late as a hip hop song of the year. Don't be late. Don't be late. This is not a hip hop song. You can't put it don't be late as a hip hop song of the year, and you expect me to vote for it as hip hop when there are other hip hop songs you can put in. You understand what I'm saying? So no. My guy is not even part of this. We are not centered on awards and stuff like that. We want talent and that. But what I'm saying is, clearly, if you look at "Don't Be Late," in that category. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Assuming without admitting that the board faulted in that regard, does it negate everything the board has done?
Just as they
if out of
just,
if,
just
if out
as
of
they
how,
said, there's not the work hasn't been done back end.
Well, the question is,
you clearly will just picture that they just come to say, like the way we are seated, they put a beatbox, just get the songs and they play. Just as David said, it's only one person there. Dan Latte is the one who does
that. That's what he thinks.
That's what he.
That's what I think.
That's what he said.
I don't know about the number
and
of research.
You are afraid of
So if he has said it, let's all.
You are afraid of 72 hours.
I'm going to jump on it. So when they come out, I would say David said that it was only one.
He's
person.
not an authority, so we don't need to use it.
Fine.
I'm not an authority, but you called me.
It is one
But
person.
don't insult me. I know it's your show. I will take this
Assuming
person.
one person, assuming one person is the one that brings all this collective content data to them to sit down and adjudge who is supposed to be here and here and that. It doesn't sound. And from what we have seen so far, me at the announcement, what I saw was it's totally different from their previous nominees.
Okay, right. So we will take a break here. When we come back, Jidibliambule says he is not apologizing. He is sticking to his words that Obo gave some musicians, Chame Kwame, Ben Braco, Besa Simon, some amount of money. He is ready to prove on TJ, no matter the threat to sue or not. We'll be back. Welcome back to Bloggers Forum. My name is Abrantipa and I'm doing this with David Mowley with pulse.com.gh and Jibril, who writes for GH Kasa. Now, before we went on the break, I told you we'll be discussing Jidibliambule, who says he is not withdrawing his statement. Jidibliambule on 3FM stated that he had evidence former president of the Musician Union of Ghana, Bais Osekofo, popularly known as Obo, gave Ochame Kwame and other friends of his 50,000 Ghana cedi each from the 2 million Ghana cedi budget money which was given to the union by the government in 2012. After he made this comment, Ochame Kwame, through his lawyers, asked him to retract or they sue. A similar statement came from Ben Braco, but Jidibliambule tells Ghana Web he still stands by his word. I start with Jibril on this one. Jibril, let me get your comments, the allegations, and then his decision not to withdraw.
Personally, I think Mr. Ambule isn't doing as well. I specifically, the whole process, he making such a statement with Ochame Kwame taking the step to give him a letter and warn him to apologize within 72 hours was a new process for me. It is hardly done. We haven't seen, well, if it has happened, I haven't, in my entire career, I haven't seen such a process where a colleague or a senior artist make some allegations and then, you know, the laws are being kept in place to make sure that things are being done. This is a new process for me, and I feel I'm learning a lot from it. I feel a lot of people are taking tips from it because we are in a country where we have to follow laws. You just don't go and sit on radio or TV and say things and go scot-free without facts, without bringing out the reasons why you've said things. And so Ochame Kwame taking that step, first of all, was a good step for me. Whether Ambule had his facts or not. It also doesn't mean that Ochame Kwame going through the legal system and saying that he should apologize doesn't mean that maybe he didn't take the money probably Ambule accused him of taking. This is a process, and I believe that Mr. Ambule should do the due process and bring out the evidence whether he had really taken it or not. And if this all, I think at the end should just go to court and then the judges should decide for us. Ambule saying that he still stands by his words. You can't just stand by your words and leave us hanging. Bring out the facts. Let us know. This is money. This is the musicians' money you are talking about, which your part is also, your share is also there. Same as the small boy, the underground or the small rapper who is part of the musicians association, and he's also paying his dues. So it's more of like a state money, and so you have to come out with facts and prove it. You just don't come and tell us that you have the facts and you still stand by your words. You can't just stand by your words like that.
Okay.
Come. They've threatened you. They've threatened you that apologize. You didn't apologize. You are coming out to say you are still standing by your words. Bring the facts out. Let's know.
He who alleges has to prove.
Yeah.
Can I say something? No, I cannot talk because
no. If yes.
Yes. So
permission granted.
Permission granted. Now, how many minutes do I have?
Oh, you're correct.
How many minutes?
30 seconds.
I think within 30 seconds I can finish this. You know what I want to say? They say about this whole issue. They say there is no smoke without fire. However, I think Jedubile Ambule is a bitter person. You know why he's a bitter person? Can I speak to you?
And there is a bro for him.
I mean, no one. You know, he's behaving like politicians. When they are in power, they have a different tone. When they are out of power, everything becomes different. When he becomes the musical president right now, the issue would have been a different case. You get it? I think that Jedubile should stop that thing. He's been doing this for a long time. Always going about speaking negative about the union. If he doesn't have any evidence, if he doesn't have any facts, he should stop speaking about stuff. Thank you very much.
You think Kwame should continue and then press charges against him?
Yeah,
the 72 hours he gave him is over.
It's over.
And now he says he has, I mean, he's not withdrawing. He stands by whatever he said.
If you give Jedubile 1 year, he cannot bring you facts. Because he spoke without evidence. He spoke. His allegations were all based on hearsay.
He says
because we've all heard it.
He said he has
this
facts.
50,000, we all heard it. Me, I heard it before. I even heard 200,000 went to somebody's pocket. I beg, I don't want 72 hours. So let me just say this: that I heard about it. I even heard about some 200,000 that went missing. You get it? We've been hearing a lot. I'm not part of the union, but I've heard all these things. I think he spoke based on hearsays and rumors. Unless he proves me wrong, I will maintain that he spoke based on hearsay. Even if you give him 1 year, he cannot come back.
Right. That does it for today's edition of Bloggers Forum on Ghana Web TV. I've been doing this with David Mauli. Mauli writes for pulse.com.gh and Jibril with ghkasa.com. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa. See you next time.